Hello, my fellow Lakers, newcomers, and passerbys, and welcome back to SCUM Leaks. And today we are on Tommy's page once again. He is a co-founder and creative director at Gamepires, and don't you guys forget it. His Twitter link is down below so you guys can follow along and see the stuff for yourself as well, because all I do is go over it and, you know, talk about some stuff. So today is a very important day because today I want to talk about something that is very close to my heart, and it is not the fact that they're going to be fourth and fifth stages of walls, one going to be brick and one's going to be concrete, but they're going to add a new element to the game that is not really so new, I should say, but it's something that it's going to be expanded on, and I've been waiting for this for a very long time. They did it with freaking gas stations, right? They did it with gas stations, and they do it with some of the C4 loot and stuff like that, and screwdrivers. But now they're going to do it with something very major, very, very major, and that is base building. So I'm going to play this video right here. And as you'll see, is this guy, he's literally walking around. There's your metal walls. The other ones were wood. Watch, he's going to turn this corner, guys. He's going to turn this corner. Look at that. Brick walls, right? And then he's going to go right there. Look at that. Concrete walls, right? Now you're probably asking, okay, Slitty, what is this element you're talking about, right? What is this crazy element that you have, you know, you're thinking about? Well, this element is basically making it to where you can only find these ingredients to build these places in certain parts of the map. So like gas stations where you can only gas up well, I mean, I guess you could find gas cans in garages and stuff like that, but you can really only go to a gas station to actually gas up. And C4, you can only find it within kill boxes and now on puppets, suicide puppets, which makes sense. Now, this bricks, you only be able to get from places like the brick factory and probably a few more other places along the way. And I feel like they're going to do the same thing with metal as well, where they're going to condense the places you can actually obtain metal for base building, and maybe you'll only be able to obtain certain types of metal for base building. So instead of actually just going out and finding scrap metal, you might actually have to find sheet metal, which you could probably only get from certain areas of the map. And I really do hope they do this, because what it does is it does something kind of like the game Rust. And I know not everyone likes Rust, but here's something that Rust does that is very amazing, and that this game could actually use a lot more of. It has it, but it needs a lot more of it. And that's basically bringing people to certain regions of the map, certain POIs, right? So places like, you know, not just bunkers, right? So basically, people build bases today, right? They come in the game, they build bases, they go to the bunkers. There's a bunker in every single zone, and of course the new bunkers need to be worked on and stuff like that. That's fine. But this is what people do. They come in, they find their bunker, they loot that bunker all the time. They go to the areas probably like a square away, and that's it. They don't move any farther than that, right? They don't travel, they don't do any of that, because it takes too long. Either they don't have a car or just something stupid, or they like to hoard loot, so they just hoard it all in their bases, right? This makes it even harder to just go out there and grab whatever you're looking for and then go back home, right? Kind of like how the kill boxes did with the whole C4 thing. If you want to raid a base, you actually have to go and travel to these certain bunkers that you get these key cards for, right? It's similar to that, right? So, or a gas station where you have to get your car gas. So you need to go refuel at a gas station, which are only found in certain parts of the map. It's the same thing. So basically, brick factories, in order to get bricks, you have to actually go out to the brick factory, or maybe they'll have a few like construction sites around the map where you can actually go obtain brick. Maybe not a lot of brick, but a little bit. But if you really want to obtain a horde of bricks, you have to go to the brick factory. Or for concrete, you know, you might be able to obtain rocks here and there, or limestone, I should say. You'll be able to obtain that stuff here and there. But if you really want to obtain it, you'd have to go to a huge construction site where they have loads of it or something like that. You know what I mean? Same with sheet metal. So you had to actually go to a big construction site, or say they actually have a metal factory somewhere on the map in the near future, where they use heck of a ton of sheet metal, right? So you have to go to there, and you have to leave your sectors to travel to these areas, right? So you could build your base around these areas, of course. You're probably going to get raided a lot more because these places are going to become bigger POI, right? So imagine this. Imagine when this game came out, Airfield was was the place to be, right? Because it had all the military loot, all the PvP, everything was centralized around airfield. That was the place to be, okay? And then they added the other airfield, D4, the city, and then they added, you know, added all that junk, right? And then kill boxes and yada yada yada, dispersed everything again. But now it's going to be the same way, except for just having that one airfield in the middle of the map. Now there's going to be all these different POIs, and it's not just good for PvP, by the way. And I'm sorry, this is a little rant, and I'm really sorry. Now we'll move on to the other things. We do have other things going on, but I do want to mention this. This is not just for PvP, okay? This is also for PvE, okay? This map is huge, right? Even 100 players, if you were just to play casually, right, and you weren't really worried about going out and finding people to kill and everything like that, and you were just, you know, walking around and just chilling and just looting and doing your daily things around your base, but you didn't have a vehicle or anything like that, you're barely going to run into people. It's just not going to happen. You know, it's going to be very it's going to be like hours before you run into somebody, or maybe even an hour. Or even if you did have a vehicle, you still might not run into anybody. You still might not run into for an hour, 2 hours, blah 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 blah. But now there's going to be these PvE, or there's going to be these new zones, these places, the POIs that are very important in order to get certain things done. So these people who are base builders, they're going to have to go to these POIs. These people who are PvPers who want to actually go out and find people, they're going to have to go to these very important POIs, because this is where everyone's going to be, right? Like there's going to be so much potential here. Even RP, you know, you want to RP with somebody, you can find people here, right? This is going to be one of the main POIs that you're going to be able to find places, is the brick factory or wherever, you know, they choose to put all these elements for this. Anyways, that was my little rant. I'm going to go ahead and continue on. So next up is the Revolver here. They are going to be adding the Revolver, and it says in version 0.6. Can you guys believe it already? We're already halfway through all the versions. We're almost to 1.0, the release of the game. It's just amazing. Anyways, so yeah, this is the Revolver here, and it looks pretty cool. And these are just pictures of it. Obviously, it doesn't show how it works or anything like that. But you know, it's cool to see. It's going to be in the game. Everyone's been wanting revolvers for a while. More weapons are always fun. Now, last but not least is facial recognition. And they said the best way to introduce facial expressions, right, are smoking weed and taking a dump. Here's the video. Look at that face. Mind you, he's making these faces. It's just, dude, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. That's some funny stuff. You're actually going to have facial recognitions for the game. It's just weird. It's some of these expressions I hope don't ever make it into the game, because they look really freaking weird, but just completely crazed. So that was facial recognition, and there's not much to say about it. I said a lot in the last video when I covered when they actually got the equipment for facial recognition. So this is stuff they're going to be able to do with the storyline characters. Maybe even an element where you're actually talking. Can you imagine an element where you're talking in game and it shows your character speaking? You know, facial expressions when you poop and everything like that. So it's just not a static face. It's something you can look at. They might change the camera a little bit. That'd be kind of cool and make it a little easier for you to see your character. Just, you know, be able to turn around and just see your full character doing what he's doing, not only when he's pooping, but when he's talking or anything like that, which would be cool for cameras and thumbnails and stuff like that too, but that is what it is. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I really do hope you guys enjoy your day. I'm sorry for that rant in the middle of the video, but it was well needed, and it is something that's very important to me and this game, because obviously this game must be successful, and I think that's going to make the game successful. Not everything I say is going to be, you know, true or 100%, and they're not going to add everything I say, but hey, you know what I mean? Anyways, so I really do hope you guys enjoy your day, and I am out.